work as a short order cook, and it's pretty hard work, but I like it because I can be creative, and it also requires a lot of concentration, and which I find obviously a helpful tool for my meditation, because you can't really think when you're doing that job. You have to do everything just in a constant flow, and if someone makes a mistake or there's a problem, you lose the flow. So it's also a lot of it's a good exercise in oneness, because you're working as a team. You know, there are three of us that work together, and we have kind of a process that everything flows together. So that's quite nice. And of course, because it's run by Sri Chinmoy students, I have a lot more flexibility in my schedule for traveling for our meditation retreats, or if I want to go on the peace run, that's another activity through the Sri Chinmoy Center. Obviously, my coworkers and my boss understands, because they would want to do it themselves. And I think the most inspiring thing to me about working with other students of Sri Chinmoy is just that we're all, or anyone who's spiritually inclined, but they're trying for self-improvement so sincerely. So if there's we're not perfect, obviously, and we're working in difficult conditions, so there's sometimes, a little bit of disagreements or something, but because we're all trying to improve ourselves, it's so much easier to come around, and you grow so much more as a person. I think I've learned more from working at our restaurant than I would in any other job, but that's also because I think the job is just the right fit for me. Well, I think one of the things I like the most is that the people are very polite and kind, and they're very active. And I myself try to be quite active with fitness and exercise. So it's really inspiring when you live in a city and you walk out your front door and people are running even when it's raining out, which it happens quite often in Seattle. And it's just a very dynamic city. It's quite progressive, I think, in a lot of ways, especially in the environmental sense. We're kind of teased as being snobby for Americans, and I think that's fairly accurate, but I've lived there my whole life, so truthfully, I've traveled quite a bit, and I don't think, except with the exception of maybe Japan, I don't think I've been anywhere that I liked and would want to live as much as in Seattle. But yeah, it's a really active city.